Video here is to explain all the Overwatch characters. So the first thing I'm going to do is go into the tutorial, well not the tutorial, but the training. So, first person, I'm going to do Diva.
I think we win.
As with most shooters, R2 shoots these little missiles.
Shut down.
L1, it'll make you fly, and then R1 is the missiles.
Routing power to forward
And this
shield.
is our shield. It stops any projectile that comes your way. But it's also handy if you stand behind. Let's start over here. You will stop all damage to this character.
Two down.
As you see, it takes a little bit of weight to kill these little bots. Most characters have about 200, give or take, of HP. A simple trick here when using your alt, which is the ultimate, which is the little bunny screen right there. Most people, they fly, then press triangle. What it does is it gets it up in the open and up top, so then it will land in where all the enemies are. This is what most people call Little Diva or Baby Diva, which is the tiny version of you. You've got 150 health. And a little gun that does okay damage. But sadly, in Baby Diva mode, you can only withstand a couple hits. This was a little better, but as you see, 2 rounds of hits knocked me down to 70. Next is Orisa. L1
Not budging.
puts a shield, or give or take, it hardens yourself. L2 teleports anything to that little green square. R1 sends out a shield, and R2 shoots.
Double kill.
These classify as tanks. They have the highest life, and generally she is a nice shield bearer. She's one of the shield tanks with Reinhardt, and that's it. Well, there's Zarya, which is a barrier tank, but that's different. It's not much. She's more a slower pace, but she does good damage. Now, this is her ult. If these guys ever start shooting, I'll come over here to this guy. This is her ult, as you see, dropping down. This is kind of like the Mercy beam. How Mercy can heal you, but it can also empower you. This empowers all teammates within a certain distance from this machine. And it makes you stronger when you do damage.
Justice will be done.
This is Reinhardt, or he is the Crusader. L2 puts out a shield. This is what I mean by a shield tank. He is a heavy hitter. L1 sends you in a rocket to stampede your enemies. R1 sends out a fiery blast, and R2 is just an attack.
I'm not even close to done.
Most people say he is the most overpowered, but his only long range is that, the fiery blast. So generally his best aspect is the shield, and it's hard to target while you stampede. Now, his ult, what it does is when you have enough enemies in front, you press it, and you hammer it down, and it knocks everything down for a certain time period. He's a nice tank. He is a German, from when I would watch the videos. He is a German. A crusader.
I'm a one-man apocalypse.
This is Roadhog. He is Junkrat's man. He is his sidekick and his bodyguard. L1 sends out a hook. L2 sends out, I'm not even sure what that is. It's like a scrap gun, spread weapon, short range, and then R1 does this hog jargon gas, and R2 is just the shooting. It's like for him, his hook will go a pretty long way, and the best thing to do when you get him is usually aim a little higher, so you can generally get a headshot. So when you get a headshot, those are usually more powerful than the body shot. As you can see, one blast to the stomach, you have to hit him twice, and you can do one and a hook. Now this is his ult. This one's okay. This is generally more of a crowd control, because it sends everybody off. It will kill them, but it's good at dispersing a whole, like, if they've got a bastion dug in, use this and knock them all out, and then you can get the bastion. Winston.
Imagination is the essence of discovery.
The ape from the moon. Okay, R2 sent out his little arc gun. It's okay. This one could get up to like 3 people at once. L1, it'll put you in a jump. Comes in handy to get across a long way of the map. And then R1 puts out a barrier. And it is a complete circle, so if I was up, let's get up here. Let's wait 2, 1, barrier. As you see, it protects you all the way around for only a short duration. It's an okay gun. He's one of the barrier tanks. with Zarya. And for his ultimate, it is his Primal Rage. It is also another great one for crowd control. It does a good amount of damage, but its main attribute is to send the characters flying. So, let's say, well, yet again, you've got a Bastion dug in. That Bastion is generally open if you use your Primal Rage. So, this is the newest one. Most people call him Hammond. That's what the scientists on the moon say. Hammond. But his name, due to most of what the backstory says, is Wrecking Ball. That's what he did his gladiator name for. R2 shoots his guns kind of like a diva, but slightly different. L1 puts you in a ball while you're in this ball. L2 lets you get up enough momentum so then you can get enough speed, you can damage people like this, and 2 will smash you down. R1 sends out a shield. This shield pretty much only protects you, so it's not that good for shielding multiple people, but this character's mobility alone helps. If you've got 30 seconds left on the clock, rush him in. He's got so much health, he can withstand enough until you can get your other characters on. Okay. His ultimate is Minefield. He sends out a good amount of mines. Any character go in, that's what happened. It's pretty good for small corridors, or even like, yeah, it's a good one. You've got a small corridor, you throw it in there, no one can get through there. Watch Point Gibraltar, it's got that under the bridge, drop it right there, the payload has to come through, you're stuck anyway. It's pretty good for payload maps, so it's better when you have to. It's better when it's a limited map. You have to go through that section, drop it, and work your magic. I'm trying to do it one more time, just to show. Let's do it up here. Okay, as you'll see, this character, he can only go through there. So, it's inevitable he's going to hit your mines. Look, he's going to hit them again. Well, they only last a certain amount of time.
Together, we are strong.
This one is Zarya. She's okay. I personally don't use her. L1 sends out a barrier around yourself. Or L2 sends out like a little grenade. It's okay. It's much like Soldier's grenade, but slightly different.
Check out this gun.
R2 sends out a particle beam. And this is what makes her a barrier tank. R1, she can send out a bubble around other characters. So you need protection. You're starting to get jumped by all the other characters. R1, there you go. It would be better for like digging in a bastion, making sure he is okay and can get the enemies on a payload or even other other areas.
This is strength. I break you.
Okay. Where to do it? I'm gonna do it right here. This... Oh, wait. I need over here. This is her ultimate. Her ult. She's okay.
Огонь по готовности.
It sends out like a black hole. Sucks everything in. So... It's okay. But it also does better when you have like let's say a Junkrat or something that can also use their ult that'll destroy a lot all at once. This one brings them in, and then you can use another one, so you'll be supporting another play, another ult with your ult. This is Bastion, the nicest robot you'll probably find. So, L1 puts you in turret mode. You are a stationary turret right now. L2, it heals yourself. So let's say you get damaged by this guy over here. Ow, ow, ow. You can heal yourself to a certain degree. But you can only heal yourself and then shoot. You cannot shoot at the same time. You can heal yourself while you're standing too. He's okay. He's generally, since he can shoot a whole bunch of bullets all at once, he's a good one to get on a payload, get behind the group, keep them protected, and one of the strongest ults in the game. He becomes a mobile tank. He is, if you learn to play this character, he is a very good character to like hold the group down, keep everybody at bay. He's really good. Doomfist.
Only through conflict do we evolve.
He's become a better character here recently with them nerfing and buffing certain characters. They're generally trying to round them all up. L1 shoots you up into the air. R1 will slam you down just as you just saw. I'll do it one more time to show.
Rising uppercut.
L2 charges up your punch, and when you let go or to a certain point, he will do that. He will surge forward and more than likely destroy the person in front. He also, if you press R2, out of his left hand shoots like bullets. He's only got 4 though, 1 for each knuckle. he is a good character for, he's a DPS character. So he's really good for just getting the damage in.
No chance. Rising uppercut.
Okay, here's his ult. That's okay.
Meteor strike.
This, what he'll do, he will slam down. His meteor strike
You're
is
not getting away.
like, let's say you have to take the objective. Once you take the objective, you have no need to use it until, let's say, your enemies somehow take out your bastion. Once your bastion's done, they take the objective. You're kinda at a loss right there. Once you slam down, that right there can kill as many enemies that's within the circles. The inner circle is the strongest part of the circle, so if they're slightly on the outside, they might survive. So like as you see, the inner circle will be where the most damage is dealt, and the outer circle it's going to be slightly weaker. But overall, he's a very good DPS character, and he's one of the good ones. Genji, which is Hanzo's brother, who is coincidentally also a cyborg. R2, he throws his shurikens. They're okay. Generally, it's harder to focus on like a moving target. That's one aspect of this character that I personally don't like. You could double jump with this character. L2 sends 3 shurikens just like that. You have a better shot like this, but it's more of a focused throw. While this, it'll widespread it. I guess you see on this wall right here, it spreads out the damage. I'll do it one more time. See the black dots? It spreads it out compared to just one dot. I need to go over here. L1 sends you shooting to your with your sword, and R1 it reflects any bullets or any projectiles shot at you. It's a good character. It also deflects it back. It'll send it back to you. So, let's say the soldier's sending bullet after bullet to you. You can send it right on back to him. His ult is okay. It sends out his dragon blade. It's a strong enough ult. It's just he's a good character, but you have to be an experienced player to play him. I prefer Hanzo. It's just somewhere I feel they need to do a little extra work with him. Maybe, I don't know, something that makes it a little more fair.
In the face of death.
We've got Hanzo.
With every death comes honor.
This is Hanzo. He is Genji's brother. He supposedly killed Genji. That's why most of his beginning themes, like his beginning sayings, are usually about retribution. It's because he killed his brother, he thinks, and Genji was saved by Overwatch. So every anniversary of Genji's death, Hanzo would sneak into Hanamura's temple, and he would give his respects to his brother.
Double kill.
R2. It's the bow and arrow. He's really good at longer range.
So
Headshots, that, as you see, it does more damage like that. L1, it sends out your,
Double kill.
like, astral bow. You can shoot more arrows all at once. It's really good for, like, a pack. You can jump forward with him with a cooldown of 4 seconds. You can't double jump up, which is kind of sad, but Genji seems to be able to jump up. Also, for Genji and Hanzo, you can climb walls. Because they are the Shimadas. They can climb walls. They're ninjas and assassins. Since Genji has his Dragon Blade, Hanzo has something slightly different. He, when you use your ult, shoots 2 dragons.
strike.
These two are good together, Hanzo and Genji. They're back and forth because all Overwatch characters will talk amongst each other. They generally, Hanzo has more of a hostile sound towards Genji, while Genji's more of the laid back, as far as it seems.
Dragon is sated.
Double kill.
It's harder to keep them focused. Like, you can sit there and just focus, but with moving targets, it's harder to aim. So the best thing that I've found out is always try to shoot towards the direction that they're going,
Best you can do.
and if you can't, always shoot slightly in front of them, so they can move into your attack. See? I shot slightly in front. So far it seems to be doing well. You can also use his jump to help get for the headshots. I'll send this thing out. His ult. What some people do, they attack and run through with the dragons, because what most people will do is they'll try to avoid that. So if you've got like a bastion dug in, a whole bunch of people, it could be used as crowd control, or if there's a corridor, send it through there. You can eliminate as many as you can. It is stronger in the center due to both of the dragons, and weaker on each side because you have potentially doubled your output in the center because you've got the 2 dragons meeting.
It's a perfect
My
time
personal
for some
favorite,
mayhem.
Jameson Fox, also known as Junkrat. R2 sends out his frag cannon, well, not frag cannon, but little frag grenades. As you see, you've got 5 of them. They do a good amount of damage as it is. 2 of them kill this guy. They're pretty good. Also, for him, as you see, I'll shoot 1 up. 1, 2, 3. they detonate on the third bounce. So you can time that, so then you can get a certain person at a farther distance. So, like I hit him. Depending on what you want to hit, you can go from different trajectories. So like a 45-degree angle right here. It sends it all the way over there to that door. I can hit him all the way over there. Literally, this character, he can keep people at bay by constantly throwing as many grenades as he can. He is good at keeping people farther back. That is why he's a DPS character. Awesome. L1 sends out a concussion mine. You can use them to either send them off a cliff like this, or it's got many purposes. You hit one once, throw a grenade, blow him up, he's done. That's what happens. See? As you've seen right there, your concussion mines will send you flying. So, concussion mine, you throw it down. There you are, looking at it. You're like, oh, I gotta get up. Let's say, I've gotta try to get up there. Might not make it with one grenade. Well, one mine. Bam. Didn't make it, but it still shot me up there. A secret, which is not really a secret, but certain people can do it, certain people can't. You have to time it out, jump, throw another, and detonate it while it's in the air. It'll send you flying up higher, and you can double jump. I have recently figured it out that once you throw one down, if you get two, you can potentially do 3 jumps. 1, 2, 3. This gets you up in the air to be able to shoot down at your enemies. So, let's say you've got the Bastion. To throw a mine down, let both your mines recharge, explode on the one, you double jump, you can shoot down, you can do a whole bunch of stuff up in the air. Also, when fighting a Pharah uses mostly splash damage that affects surrounding characters. He is the worst one to go against with a Junkrat because you've got that little space. It is almost impossible. So the best plan for a Pharah, get off the ground as fast as you can. Get in the air to somehow get off the ground. So as you see, L1, concussion mine, R1 sends out your steel trap. I'm gonna put it on a character that's not really destroyed. Let's go to this loser. Okay. Well, what it does is it traps them, keeps them there, and you can attack them at that point and kill them. His ult, it's fun. You send your rip tire, and it explodes. You can get it's better if you use like Zarya's ult, sucks everybody in with a black hole. Then you can get almost a whole team kill with it. But this is a nice overall DPS character. He does take some getting used to. Some people say he's an easy character to play. I have realized he's not as easy as what people say. He takes some sense of skill and aiming. This character, the best tip I can give you, always shoot. If you think, oh, he might not be in my range, like if I think, oh, I can't hit him, I'm gonna shoot And I'm just gonna shoot just to shoot. I mean, because there's always that chance you might hit him, you might kill him. One way or another, you always have to give a possibility, or you might spook him to the point where he backs off. Another thing about this rip tire. This rip tire, let's say that guy up there. You hit your ult, you can climb walls. Such as what I just did. It's an overall, he is a very good character to use. He does take some getting used to with his mines. He only got 5 grenades to shoot at a time. So what I usually do, I will shoot, maybe mine, back up and shoot. What just happened? Well, that kind of helps me right there. As you've seen right there, when he dies, he has a passive skill. It will drop, if I remember correctly, 6 bombs, and it'll leave damage on any character that is where he dies. He is an overall good character to use. He's very much fun. So as you've seen right there, it holds him for a certain amount of time. Anything else? I don't think there's anything else for him. Just always be shooting. McCree.
Justice ain't gonna dispense itself.
McCree's pretty good.
Just a matter of time.
He uses his pistol. He's got 6 shots, and he knows how to use them. L1 slides. R1 sent out like a stun grenade.
Double kill.
He's a good character. He's a good DPS character. L2. It'll shoot as many bullets as you have loaded up. However, when you shoot, for the best results, aim low. Because the recoil will send your character looking up at the air. As you see. He starts shooting up. His stun grenade does not go that far. It just goes maybe from here to the white line away. So, let's see. I'm gonna stand on this yellow line.
Don't move.
Yeah. So pretty much from the yellow line to where he was standing. His ult is one of the best ones in the game. As soon as you hear it's high noon, which is the name of his ult,
It's high noon.
he will shoot any person that is in his line of sight. So when people hear it's high noon, the best way to counter this ult is to get out of his line of sight. If you can't see him, that does not mean he can't see you. Certain characters have extra extensions that, like their hair or something, and if he sees that, he might be able to target you. But other than that,
Whoa there.
he's a good DPS character. He does a lot of damage. His output is extreme.
You gotta work on that aim.
He will tell you little hints like you gotta work on your aim and stuff. I'm not the best at him. And he only has 6 shots. I would think maybe, I don't know. He's a good DPS character depending on your skill level.
Oh, excuse me.
A tip for him, shoot, and then L2. Or you slide, throw, shoot, and L2. That'll do the best effect against a lot of characters. Most of the other DPS characters or other squishy characters, you can take them out with a good shot like that. Well aimed shot, that'll take them out. May, she's okay.
Is worth fighting for. Oh my gosh.
This is her iceberg. She turns into a sheet of ice. That is L1. It's okay. It helps heal you back up when you get damaged. L2 sends out ice shards. This is the strongest part of the attack. It is better to do that depending on longer range. So, as you see that guy right there, I'm sending ice shards. I'm at a safe distance. He can't hit me. R1 sends up a wall of ice. This can be used to deflect enemies, help protect yourself, or even, as you just seen, I'll show you one more time, get yourself up to a higher place. For almost the best ult in the game is this character's. You throw it down, and you get yourself a mini blizzard. It freezes all of them. And one thing that I realized, R2 sends out a freezing rate. It'll freeze you up right there, slow you down until the point where you're completely frozen. A good way to use this, freeze them, slow them up, ice shards. Ice shards are what's going to do the damage. The freezing is what's going to slow you so you can get the better attacks. I've almost got the ult again, so I might as well. As you see, I can hit him all the way over here. You can also throw it up and go from be farther away when it is landing. When it lands, it goes in a complete circle, so all people, even if you throw it on a bridge, all people will be affected no matter where. But it's also easy. Let's say you can throw it a good distance from here to maybe that wall if you're lucky, but I'm thinking maybe right about kind of where that character is right there. So as that happens, you could be, let's say, hiding, sneak out, throw it, and you can get a good amount of characters and then have the rest of your team rush in.
I will protect the innocent.
She is a good character. L1 shoots you up into the air. If you hold X, you will use your fuel to be suspended. She shoots missiles. She uses splash damage. As you've seen right there, it's a complete circle around. So if you shoot, you can affect both of them, as you see.
You made a tactical error.
L2 will, if I can get over here, L2 also will send you up in the air. So you can do X or L2. R1 sends out the grenade. It does, as far as I know, it doesn't affect them that much. It will move them, but it's generally that's attack, 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 grenade. It separates people. It's a good crowd control. This is one of the most controversial, well, not controversial, but Her rocket barrage.
I always
It's
take
a
my
good
pick.
one, but it's a stationary ult. So you can't move in the sky. All you can do is turn to focus. So it's a good one as long as you have complete sight over them and as long as they are distracted. If you have this character with a Junkrat, you can almost dominate the play. Reaper
Death walks among you.
was a Blackwatch operative. He has 2 shotguns. Gabriel Reyes is his name. R1 will teleport you.
From the shadows.
The one thing is this is not a sneaky teleport. He always has something to say, and that kind of it shows the other people where exactly you are.
Repositioning.
So he is not really a stealthy character. He's also very slow, but he does a lot of damage. It's also, since it's a shotgun, it's a buckshot. So now, let's say you're getting trapped with this guy. He's shooting. You're taking damage. You need help. But you can't get help. If you press L1, you become a spectral ghost full of black mist. That's all you are, is black mist. You will not take damage, but the problem is you cannot deal damage at that time. So, it's a give and a take when you use it. His ult,
Death comes.
it's a good one in that. He will shoot as many people that is near him. He does it in a complete circle. So, this is a good DPS character. He does a lot of output. However, he is slower, so that might affect you a little. So, and like if I had to get him, let's say he was Hanzo, I have almost no chance of hitting him, while that Hanzo could hit me. So for that, your best bet would be teleport and attack. The closer you get, the more damage your shotguns will do. Soldier,
We're all soldiers now.
Commander Morrison, Jack Morrison. He uses this biotic rifle.
We all got it coming.
It's good. L1 gives you a speed boost. He was in the Soldier Enhancement program, much like Gabriel Reyes. L1 does the speed boost. R1 throws down
Get
the stabilizer. It will heal you and all other characters that's on your team, as long as they're within this circle.
Anyone need some healing?
As you see, he's not taking damage because the healing is more than what he is taking damage. L2 sent out grenades. So it's always good. Shoot,
Target down.
shoot. The more you shoot, and then if you run out and you have to reload, shoot the grenades. Some people do 2 grenade and then shoot. So it'll be shoot like that. It's an okay skill. It's good. His ult is total accuracy.
Got you in my sights.
All he has to do is look at you.
I can do this with my eyes closed.
It is a good one for high ground. His character is the best for high ground. You can go into the front lines He will take a good amount of damage. He's not the best at damage, as you've seen right there. He will be injured. But
Get over here and heal up.
overall, he is a good one for high ground areas, such as like right there. You can shoot down, you can control the battlefield. He is a good one.
Everything can be hacked.
This character,
And
Sombra,
everyone.
she just recently got a buff. She needed a little bit of a tweaking. She's a hacker, so I'm gonna start with L2. That's how you hack him. So he would not be able to use any of his extras. He would be able to use his R2, which for hers is a minigun with a pretty long clip. She is a hacker teleporter. L2 does your hacking. R1 sends out your teleporter. You can throw it. It's the translocator. You could throw it. Let's say you want to come over here. Shoot him. Get in trouble. Press R1. You teleport back to where you laid it. Also, another thing for this character, L1 turns you invisible. You are invisible. If you get too close, they will be able to notice you there. It will say detected. However, if you want to attack, it makes you visible. I just tried to do a punch. It will show you visible, and you will not be able to be invisible for this time. You might lose the element of surprise. She's become a good character due to the buffs. She was weak, and at that point, hard to use. Her ult is really good in a crowd. What it'll do is, when you press it, it hacks all of them. They cannot use their extra abilities, like if it was a fellow Sombra. She would not be able to use her translocator. She would not be able to teleport. She would not be able to hack. She would not be able to turn invisible. She would just be there. So that's a good one.
The true enemy of humanity is disorder.
Symmetra, she, for better words, is okay. She sends out these little turrets. They do damage to whatever's near them. They are good. That is L1 that sends out these turrets. L2 sends out a giant particle ball. You can do little balls just by tapping. It works. Or if you hold it, you can do a stronger ball. It'll do more damage. R2, you'll just do this little particle beam. It's a steady stream, much like Zarya. R1 is a teleporter. You send out a teleporter. I want to go there. Right here. I'm now here. It's good to get up to high areas. Her ult is a very good one. It spans the whole map. So let's say these guys are attacking. They get trapped. They get stuck and they can't shoot through the barrier. So that helps because you can shoot through the barrier. You can shoot through. They can't shoot you.
Teleporter online.
Build 'em up.
Torborn, I can't even say his name, but I call him Torb. He just got a massive buff. He was hard to use. He would throw out his turrets, well, throw out his shield, and he was an okay character, but his purpose was, it was lost. Now you can throw your turret with L1, and that'll help you. You can, if you press L3, which is pressing the analog stick, the left analog stick in, it'll destroy it. L2 does a massive, like, shooting, because he uses his rivet gun. Each attack, it's just a little rivet that he uses. Since he's a forger, he builds things, he crafts them. This one's more like a buckshot. His newest skill, he overloads himself. You press R1, and it gives you a slight speed boost. He's become a more versatile character. This is also a new thing that he can do. When you use his ult, his molten core, any character that touches the lava will pretty much die. They have worked him through. He is now much of he's a character that's, you can be proud to play now. Tracer. She is a teleporter. Simple as that. You press L1, you blink. You can blink up to 3 times. Her name is Lena Oxton. She's a very good character. You just have to get the handle of it. The teleporting, when to teleport, when not to. And who to teleport away from. Either L1 and L2 will blink. So let's say you're taking damage. Ow, 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 like this guy. Ow, ow, ow. Press R1. You'll go back in time. Slightly. Only so far. She is one of the quickest characters there is in this game. She is mostly there for an annoying factor to your enemies. You get behind enemy lines, shoot at them, blink out, move around. It's hard to keep track of this character. Even a fast character like Genji has a hard time keeping track of this character. Her ult, it's not that bad. It would be different. All she does is she throws a grenade. You can get damage against it. Like if you are too close, you will take damage. She throws a grenade, but it'd be better if maybe it was like a teleport or something. You teleport them and it just disorients them. Other than that, this is our friendly teleporter.
One shot. One shot.
Widowmaker is a sniper.
I think it's time for us to see other people.
L2 gets to scope to the sniper, and then R2 the fire.
Double kill.
But if you just press R2, she will shoot with like an assault type of way. The longer you wait, the stronger your bullet will be. So like, let's say you miss and you shoot, it's gonna be slightly weaker. As always, headshots do better. L1 will get you with like a little grappling hook. It'll get you to higher ground. She is better for high ground. And R1 sends out a little thing that sends out a gas that hurts you. It's a very good character for supporting other characters. Her ult, it displays where everybody is infrared for all the enemies, and all your teammates will be able to see this. She's a very good character for supporting others. She'd be good for like if you use Winston and his primal rage, and then if she is up at the right angle, she can shoot a bastion that's dug in, potentially killing him.
Never stop fighting for what you believe in.
Anna, she uses her biotic sniper rifle. She's supposed to be like the best sniper in the world. That's what the lore says. She's also Pharaoh's mom. So, who knows? She's a good character. L1 puts him to sleep. R1,
This will only hurt for a minute.
it does that explosion. It's like a stun.
Target neutralized.
Also, if you shoot your own characters, it will heal them. She is a good supporter because she will be able to heal you when you take damage. She's a good support. I wouldn't use her mostly for offense. She's better for healing. Her ult is also more of a supporting role.
Powered up. Get in there.
It boosts all characters. All their output, their damage output, will be increased. So she is a good supporting character. Other than that, she's better in the background.
I will prove myself.
This is Reinhardt's squire, but Torb's daughter. She is a shield maiden. If you press L1, she sends her flail forward.
I will shield you.
L2, she sends out her shield. She's okay. Her shield is not that big, so it might be able to help protect another, but it's not as good as Reinhardt's. She generally does the style of Reinhardt. R2, this is her attack. R1, she will heal and boost other characters. So like he's got a little boost. Now he's got a boost.
You'll take it in.
She's good for being the front lines, rushing forward, and attacking. Also, you've got your shield up, you press R2, shield bash.
You might want to keep
That is a very good thing to use because it can disorient other characters. Once I get the ult, Her ult is more of a supporting role. It boosts and it helps all other people. It's a rally. Anybody within this will be boosted up at this time. It is very good for if you have to rush in, use that. It boosts everybody. It is a hard factor to beat.
Move to the beat. Come on, let's bring it together.
Lucio. L2 sends out like a blast of music.
Push off.
That'll push them all there. It doesn't affect their life as much. L1
Yeah, time to heal
will
up.
turn you into a healer. Anybody within us. Let's get closer. As you see that gold line over there, anybody within that line will be healed. Anybody in the green section will have a speed boost. You can also, for his character, glide on walls. Almost endlessly. However, if you glide on walls, it will only go however far that wall is. So you can go in circles on this wall endlessly. R1,
Pump up the volume.
it pumps everything up and it gives a better speed boost. R2 does your attack. The best thing that I have learned is attack, blast, attack.
Oh, now you accelerate. Let's get patched up.
He's a good supporting character. I'm trying to get my ult for him.
Down. Double. Down. Now that's more like it. Heal up.
His ult is good. Any of the surrounding areas, he will jump up and blast down. So, as you'll see,
Oh, let's break it. Damn!
anybody within that will get a boost. They will be boosted up, and they will be slightly faster, and I think it even heals, depending on which side you are on. He is a good supporting character. He is also very quick. He is hard to keep track of because of how fast he is. And with him being able to slide all over walls, that gives him maneuverability above almost all other characters. Any wall he can pretty much slide on.
Get back.
However, he is not a tank. He will not be able to take a lot of damage, but his loud noise that pushes everybody away, that is good for crowd control. Push them all away, get them all dispersed, and you might be able to pick one or two off. Mercy.
I'll be watching over you.
She, as you pretty much guess, is a healer. L1 will fly you to any character for you to heal. R2 heals, R1 does a damage boost. So right now his damage output is stronger than what it was. It's much like the Orisa ult. This is what it does, it boosts you up. Now, also when someone dies, you can rise them up by L2. You can revive them. Its cooldown is 30, so it's generally good to wait. If you press the right on the dual pad, you'll get your pistol. It's okay. It's not the best. It is not always the best thing to use when in danger. Your best bet if you are in danger, pull it out and try to get away. Get back up, get out of that area as fast as you can. Because people will target Mercy's because she is the best healer there is. Her healing. Her ult, she can fly. This is generally better to be able to heal. You can fly around, heal better. If someone needs up here, they can get healed, damage boost, all that. She is the best healer in the game. But she cannot take as much damage. She is a squishy character. She also glides, so if you hold X, when you fall.
Science will reveal the truth.
Moira, she has a hard name to say. If you press L1, she turns into like a thing of shadow. That is good to get out of danger, out of the way. It's never best to do it. Her attacks are actually like inverted, they're reversed. So R2 heals, L2 attacks. So I'm healing. This one cannot revive anybody, like Angela Ziegler, which is Mercy. But she is very... She's a good character for heals and for damage. Generally, she is good to keep in the background, keep you safe, and if it's a one-on-one, use your shadow to get out of there. Her ult is a very big blast of healing for any of her teammates and death for any enemies. R1, you get a choice of sending out a healing ball. That'll heal you and any of the other players that's on your team. Or you press L2 and it sends out a harmful ball which will hurt your enemies. She's very good at getting out of the way. She is a fast character.
True self is without form.
And lastly, Zenyatta. He is a monk. He helped get Genji to be able to come into terms with his cyborg body. What he does is he throws those balls that float around his head. If you press L1, it sends out an orb of discord. It is a good thing to use. However, you have to keep the character in your eyesight for 3 seconds, or else the orb is returned. If you have the orb, you attack, it does a little extra damage, or so I've seen. R1 will heal any character that needs it. It'll send out an orb of healing, and that'll help generally keep them healed. You press L2, it'll do a power attack. That is super strong. That's the strongest attack he can do. However, against most people like Reinhardt, it's almost ineffective, but it's good to have. He's a peaceful character. He generally tries not to have violence. However, he will fight for what he holds dear and his friends. His ult, since he is a sporting character, he's generally a healer. His ult, his iris, heals all people within your section. That is one of the biggest ult busters there is. Because you hear that, it's almost impossible to kill any of the other people within his iris. Other than that, there's not much difference to do for him. He'll give you a peace sign. He's a loving character. He is very good. He is a good one to keep in the back. He can't take that much damage. So your best bet is to keep him in the back. Help pocket in one of your characters, keep them healed with his orbs, or just generally using his orbs to cause a little bit of mayhem. Now, I have shown all of the characters. As you've seen, some are better for certain situations. We've got Diva, Orisa, Reinhardt, the Crusader, Roadhog, the Junker, Winston, the Space Gorilla, who is genetically mutated, Hammond, who's also from the moon, Zarya, she is Russian, Bastion, Doomfist, Genji, Hanzo, Junkrat, McCree, Mei, Pharah, Reaper, Soldier 76, which is Jack Morrison, Gabriel Reyes' Reaper, Sombra, Symmetra, Torbjorn, Tracer, Widowmaker, Anna, Bridget, Lucio, Mercy, Moria, and Zenyatta. They are split based off of how they are. The last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 is support, DPS, and tank. So, any questions, comments, comment in the bottom below. Leave your favorite character. Share tips. It's always good to be able to help others. Generally, with the nerfs and buffs, certain characters are better than others. But yeah, this was this will conclude our video. Leave any comments. Say what your favorite character is. If you like using Junkrat or you got any story, let us know in the comments below. Well,